Go to panel members, 5 minutes.
Mike Murray, one of my concerns is making it a career. I see people that have done nothing but be a politician since the time they got out of college. And I'm just curious, as an incumbent, are you going to pursue another public office? Or as a newcomer, if you're elected, are you going to make this into a public service career, as they call it?
You want to answer first? Okay, since I have the mic, I don't care for it. I myself personally, I'm not a strong advocate of term limits, but I think there is some merit because, you know, my background is being an educator, I'm a school teacher, and I taught political science and U.S. history, and U.S. government and U.S. history. I think there was some intent in terms of the founding fathers wanted, you know, term limits to some degree. And George Washington definitely stated that in his only 8 years. He could have been the king forever. And I think he set a precedent, or set a sort of standard. And all the presidents after that, it didn't happen until Roosevelt became president, they put in a term limit, but that was a political move by the Republicans. Because the Democrats have been in so long. But I'm not one that's totally in favor of career politicians, because I think the longer you stay in there, you get attached and you get tied to various special interest groups, and you can be owned and bought, and it can lead to corruption, bribes, all kinds of things. And so I'm a little critical of it. I have no plans except serve out my 12 years. I think at my point, you know, my status in life, where I am, I'm satisfied basically with that. I don't think I'll pursue another office or nothing of that nature. Though the area that I represent has some very critical and some deep needs, and they need a lot of help. And that's primarily the reason that I ran upon retiring from teaching. But no, I'm not really a strong advocate of career politicians.
Carol Long, and yes, I believe in term limits. I don't expect to stay in this position if I am lucky enough to acquire it. And for more than 2 terms, that's not my goal. I do just want to get in and get involved and help and serve my state, my country. I don't think, like Mr. Munsfer said, you can get involved too easily and get owned by being there too long. And I think that's what's happened to our national government. And we need better control on that.
Don Woolbrain. This is a 2-part question. As you know, the Nevada State, local, city, everyone's looking for additional revenues. And one portion that they've looked at is the mining industry. And has the mining industry paid their fair share? Do you agree or disagree? And the second question is the firefighters. They've been asked to for some givebacks. And I want to know if you agree or disagree, and what solutions you have for either or both. Thank you.
Just to let you know, you got about a minute, so 30 seconds apiece, please.
I'll be quick. Myself personally, I believe in us, you know, this next session, that we have to find some way to gain some revenue. I don't know if the mining industry has paid their fair share, and I think we should try to find some way we can work with them and make them become more of a participant like everyone else. And as far as what was that other part?
Firefighters.
Oh, firefighters, yeah. Firefighters is like, I was being a teacher, I was a public employee just like they were public employees. They're paid by the taxpayers. And I think a lot of times that the money, they're given an access, you know, they have an opportunity to make way more than a lot of public employees. And I think sometimes there should be some type of more oversight. There should be a little bit more, you could say, they have to be scrutinized and watched a little closer and just see actually what they're doing. There should be some transparency there. There's some things that are being done with the fire, people that I think their people are not monitoring them and watching what's going on. Some of the things they do, I mean, they deserve, they're hard workers, they're necessary public employees, but they've a little bit gone a little bit too far, I think. Okay.
Yeah, Carol Long. I definitely think that the mining industry needs to pay its fair share. It's a big industry here in Nevada, and for them not to pay any or very low taxes, I think it's not a benefit to our state or to our citizens. So they should, yes, and they should have better control over their mining practices. They shouldn't be stripping the lands. You know, we've got to care for our state. Firefighters, they do an excellent job. I've had to have them out recently to my house, not for a fire, but for help. And they're there for us, and we should pay them well, but not overly excessive, no. So I think that their controls and look at our spending is very important for the citizens of Nevada.
All right, thank you, District 6. And they are the only two running, only two for this seat, so one of the two of them will be the assembly person for District 6. So thank you both.